What's up, y'all? I'm in Arlington, Texas today. I know Jason's in town this week, so I'm hoping, he's enjoying the break, the time with his family. I want to do a quick disclaimer. This video isn't me saying Yujin and Jason should be together. It's not me saying like, oh, all roads lead to Yujin. It's just me like looking back at that relationship, looking back at those clips and noticing 3 things that Yujin and Jason found in each other that I think you should also find in your forever partner. And these same 3 things I've also observed in my parents' relationship. They're high school sweethearts. They've been together for 25 years now. I first found out about Jason whenever I think Yujin was in Korea. If you know about those I'm Gucci videos, he used to get the highlights of their relationship, put them together in like a K-drama episode. And at the time, I was in a relationship where I felt like there wasn't a future with this person. I knew that the end was looming. We had a lot of like issues with compatibility. And bro, as dumb as it may sound, seeing this couple have a really powerful, strong connection, strong chemistry on camera, and so close to me. I'm from East Fort Worth, Arlington's like 10 minutes away. It made me start believing in love again. It was nice having that example so close to home. Have faith in love, have faith in the process, and that eventually the person I'm supposed to be with was gonna be in my life. All right, so for one, you should find somebody who balances you out really well. Watching clips from the cooking stream when Yujin first got back, and like that shit healed me. Like, that shit was absolute cinema. Just from seeing that stream where they're cooking, you can really start to notice some of the personality differences that they have that made them at least a really good couple at the time. We see Jason just laughing, goofing around, being really loud, and Yujin was always a little bit more reserved, especially at least on the stream she was. And at the time, that really made them a nice couple to have that balance. Jason's also a lot more immature, a lot more off-task, and we can see Yujin in the streams like locked in on trying to cook this chicken. Like if they were both off-task trying to cook that chicken, they would have both got salmonella or something. But I think just what we saw on camera, there was a lot of personality traits that both of them had that they linked up really well. And they did, at least for a while. They went really well together. I see this every day with my mom and dad. My mom is a lot more like organized, a lot more clean. My dad's very messy. My mom spent 16 years of her adolescence, or at least of her youth, I should say, in Guadalajara, in Mexico. So she speaks really good Spanish. On the other hand, my dad is born and raised in Fort Worth, so he's been here his whole life. Sometimes he's like texting clients and he'll need my mom to like, proofread some of the Spanish that he's writing. Sometimes he's looking for a specific word and he'll need my mom to help him out. My dad is, like Jason, my dad's also very loud. It'll be like a random ass Tuesday night and he's like blasting some Imagine Dragons from a speaker. And my mom's like yelling at him from across the house, like, turn that shit down. If they were like both loud, both disorganized, I think it would just be complete chaos. Like they'd probably have killed each other already. Something is gonna have longevity. It needs to have that, that yin and yang. All right, now number 2, you should find somebody who is willing to go the extra mile for you. In that relationship when Yujin was in Korea, we saw Jason staying up just to talk to Yujin. And Jason at the time was what? Going to community college, streaming like 4 or 5 hours a day. And on top of that, he was calling Yujin at least 1 hour every day. He was going to sleep at what, maybe like 3 or 4 a.m. And then waking up for a 9 a.m., imagine. And Jason was sending out care packages to Yujin while she was in Korea so she could have a little bit of home while she was over there. Yujin was also sending him some nice stuff from Korea. And let's not forget, Jason was also making songs for Yujin. Even when he was terrible at singing, him wanting to put himself out there to put that song to the public, even though it didn't sound great, it's just a testimony to how much he loved that girl. And like to all the fans, as bad as that song was, like it's still good. Because of us being biased from nostalgia, that song will always be good. Wait, how did that song go? When I see the stars, you are the moon. When I see it, I'm immune. Even though I barely met you, feels like a year. When you leave to Korea, I shed a big tear. And when you're willing to embarrass yourself on the internet just so that your person can feel special, when you're willing to do all that, that's how you know you really love them. And if somebody's doing that for you, that's how you know you found a really special person. It's kind of like how girls say, if he wanted to, he would. I mean, it's gotta be realistic though. Like obviously you can't have a teenage couple where the girl's like, oh, why would, if he wanted to, he would buy me a car. And he's like working at Wingstop. I used to be a 17-year-old working at Wingstop. That car is not coming anytime soon. But I do think that whenever you find that special person, the one you know is the one, or at least you think is the one, You're willing to do anything you can for them. You're willing to sacrifice. You want to put a smile on their face no matter what. And I say extra mile, but sometimes it really is just the little things. Being so mindful of just doing those little things consistently, a little bit every day totals to a lot at the end of a month, at the end of a year. My dad, you know, every single weekend, he makes sure that my mom has a coffee and like a chocolate croissant before she wakes up. My mom has a really small business. She stays at home, and she has a printer that's like essential. Like, that printer is her baby. She needs that printer to always be functioning for her to do her job. She like customizes hats and t-shirts, so that printer is like vital to her. And I don't know how the fuck, bro, but every week that printer is having problems. Like, it's always giving her some type of issue. And every week my dad is there to fix that printer, man. I don't know how one printer can cause you so many problems, but it does for her. And my dad's always willing to fix it, no matter what. He has the patience to do it. And my mom, like I said, she has a really small business. She works from home and yet still tends to all her duties as a mom. And every time my dad's birthday comes around, she makes sure that she still allots some of the money she makes to making sure that they can go on just a little getaway for my dad's birthday every week, even if it's just like a small Texas one. She makes sure that she has that so that my dad can feel special on his birthday. That's just how it is though, man. Like, when you really find the one, when you know it in your heart, you become the biggest simp of all time. You're willing to do whatever you can to make sure that that person is content, that person has a smile on their face. Like, you gotta find the person that you are willing to fix that damn printer every week for. And that's when you know. That's when you know. And out of all the things I've said today, this might be the most important one. Find somebody who is willing to support your dreams no matter what. I remember in that Yujin, Jason breakup video, Yujin just bawling her eyes out, looking completely devastated. But even in those dying moments of the relationship, she's over here saying, Jason, I really love you, and I hope that you accomplish everything you told me about. Scripted or not, seeing that on camera was just so powerful and so touching and so emotional, bro. Like, man, to have somebody wish you the very best, like, you want that out of your forever person. Don't have dreams that are like you're gonna go spend all your money at the casino or something, like, because you think that's gonna make you a millionaire. Like, I don't want to say realistic dreams either, because like, dream big, you know, dream in big doses. And you have to find somebody who has the prescription to also see those dreams. You know, my mom and dad had me really young. They were 18 when they first had me. And my dad, up until I was like 3 or 4, he was like a manager at a Jack in the Box. And we were making a lot of money, but suddenly a friend of his was able to refer him to this one like engineering company. And he was very unsure about it at first, you know, it was a completely new experience. He would have to go all the way from East Fort Worth to Addison. Bro, fucking DFW is so big. That's like a 45 to 50-minute drive without traffic. With traffic, it can easily turn to like 1 hour and maybe 15 minutes. And he would also have to work like a graveyard shift, leave the house at 11 p.m. and get back at around like 7 a.m. But my mom supported him in doing that. If it hadn't been for my mom, I don't know if he would have taken that leap of faith. Oh my goodness, bro, that man has a lighthouse exhaust. Oh, it's a motorcycle. Okay, never mind. I'm stupid. And my dad worked really hard. Now he's like he has the highest paying position you can have at that company. My dad also supports my mom a ton. Obviously, like with the printer, but also like whenever she wants to buy something new, you know, my dad would do all the research he can. Like, if you ever need research on like a car, buying a printer, buying a computer, any random ass piece of technology you can think of, if you need research done on it, my dad will find you the best product on the market. And he does that, you know. Oh my goodness, hello Wasp, you want to be on the camera? Oh no, that's the dragonfly on the camera. We got a cameo from the dragonfly, bro. Yeah, and my dad, anytime my mom wants to buy a new piece of equipment, even though it's a huge investment for her, like, he'll support her in doing that. Because my dad knows that anything my mom is willing to put her mind towards making, she's gonna make. And they both have this like very mutual relationship where they're just boosting each other up. And you need that, man, you need that in life. You're gonna dream a lot. Each decade of your life, your dreams are gonna change a little bit, but you need somebody who's gonna be willing to adapt, that's going to be willing to endure your endless phases of changes. And I'm not like the say-all, be-all, like crazy guru, bro. Obviously, I don't know everything because I'm single as hell right now. But I promise you, if you find somebody who fills those 3 check boxes and any check boxes that you personally have, if you find that, you're gonna end up with that person for a really long time, if not forever. And one day I'm gonna find it, one day you all are gonna find it, one day Jason's gonna find it, one day Eugene's gonna find it. All of us, at least hopefully, will end up with the person we're supposed to end up with, like my mom and dad did. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment below one of those check boxes. What do you think you should find in your forever partner? Or that you have found already? Tell me what you were looking for and how that person fulfilled it for you. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you for staying all the way to the end of the video. If you did, make sure to give it a big like. I'm assuming if you stayed all the way to the end, you enjoyed it, so please give it a like. Please subscribe. Please tune in for any future videos. Thank you for watching this one. Go enjoy your Sunday. If you're into football, the Cowboys, the Packers are playing today. It's gonna be arguably one of the most insane football games of all time, just given the context. If you don't know the context, look at the context. It's gonna be a crazy game. That's enough for me today. Catch you on the next video.
She's so damn guy, I know I'm not that guy. Need her right by my side. She's so damn guy.
Yo, I actually see some Packer fans. Hold up, the ops are here, bro. Bro, they over here strutting so confidently in the enemy territory. What are they doing, man? Wait, is that a dad with a Cowboys hat and a son with a Packers hat? Oh my goodness.